9 is proud to present 50 fantastic years, 7:30 tonight on 9.
Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us wherever you are watching all around the country. We are here in Austria for the ARW Austrian Grand Prix. I'm joined here by Madbird. As always, I'm Stairs.
Hello, Stairs. How have you been? It's been a while.
I'm pretty good. Basically, we've got a 15-lap race ahead of us today, and here's the starting grid.
Yes, so we've got Stairs leading from Xeris in the Peugeot and the Renault, respectively.
Yes, the McLaren and the William.
Yeah, I should probably go with the team rather than the engine manufacturer. But then following them up, we've got Bagsy in the Tyrrell and Madbird in the Ferrari. Amazing that Madbird was picked for that Ferrari.
Yeah, it's just the six starters today. We've got Bang in the Ligier and Smith, Sam Smith starting from the Benetton on the final row of the grid. Yeah,
so it should be a good race. We've got an interesting mix of car variety here and racer experience, so it should be a good one.
Well, here they are. They're on the grid. They're waiting for the lights to change. There we go. Looking at Stairs in the McLaren there from Xeris just over his shoulder. He'll be wanting to get a good start.
Yeah, indeed. Want to get away from Xeris because you don't need to give Xeris much of a chance. He'll get right up here and overtake you into the first corner.
Yes. Well, we just have the two traffic lights and. They'll go red, and once they go green, we will be racing here in Austria. So we on the grid. More cars on the right-hand side of the screen than the left. But here we go. We've got four red lights, and away they go. The lights are green, and we've got a Ferrari into the wall already. That's Madbird.
That is a terrible start for Madbird. Just lit up the rears and straight over. But it looks like a good start from Stairs, staying away from Xeris, although trying to have a go into the first corner, but Stairs managing to hold on to it. Maybe trying to cut up the inside, but Stairs covering it off nicely.
Yeah, Stairs got the whole shot, but here Xeris is right under his rear wing, tucked up, looking to have a go. A bit of a defensive line by Stairs, but he is quite clear into first place on the first lap of 15 here in Austria.
Yeah, definitely a steady start there from Xeris. Just probably doesn't need to go to start, but we've still got Sam down there in fifth, so he's obviously...
Oh, he's just made a position on, I think that was Bang in the Ligier.
Yep, he's overtaken him on the back straight there. You see Madbird slowly coming up from behind. It's amazing he didn't have any damage.
Yes, well, they seem to build these 90s cars particularly strongly that damage doesn't seem much of an issue, but Bang looking like he was trying to go on the inside of Sam there and quite close.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got Bang not giving up, though. He's staying up. He might be having to go on the inside, but just a little bit far back. And Madbird, I think, has had a bit of a moment as well. Saw some dust in the background, so possibly drop back a bit.
Yes, but here we go. Rejoin the leaders. This is Xeris chasing downstairs, not giving him any room to breathe down. And a bit of a wide line there from Stairs, and they're side by side coming out of the final corner. Oh, saw a bit of a twitch from the McLaren, but he seems to have pulled back into the lead, and we complete the first lap of the race with Stairs leading from Xeris and Bagsy in third place. Oh, he's gone for down the inside. We're just on board with Xeris there, and didn't quite make that move. It was a bit of a dive, and it didn't work out for him.
No, it didn't quite, and you can see that Bagsy's not giving them much space either, so if they get tangled up racing, he's going to be right on top of our two leaders.
Good start from Sam, starting from 6th place and up to 4th already.
Yeah, he's gotten the jump over Madbird with his start and Bang down the back straight, but Bang's a pretty good racer, so I don't think he'll be letting Sam get away with it.
No, he'll be wanting to. As we see, they're they're still very close behind. In fact, it looks like Sam is up to 3rd place there. Must have had a moment there for Bagsy.
Yeah, must have had a moment through that corner, coming onto the back straight, and he's tenacious, though Bagsy. I don't think he'll give it up easily. Oh, here we go. We're seeing a replay. So, just not a bad line, but must just get it. Oh, he loses it a bit on the exit.
Just got a swapper on, and that's a long straight after that corner, and you just see the Benetton swooping past.
You just lose so much speed coming out of that corner, especially if you get a swapper on like you did there.
Well, the battle for first place is as hot as it's ever been. I don't think I've seen Xeris quite as close through that corner. He has a little bit of a look, but I think he's just dropped back to see if he can launch an attack through this corner. and it'll be interesting to see whether he'll have enough on the slipstream to make a pass into turn 1.
He is pretty close. You can see he's got a credible closing speed there, so he's going for the outside line or so.
Yeah, he went for the outside. Sorry to cut across you there, Madbird, but it looks like Stairs took a little bit of a defensive line in an effort to keep Xeris behind there, as I say, behind far too many times in one sentence.
Yeah, he did, but you can see it's compromised his exit, so he's been slower through this sequence here, and Xeris has caught up on him quite a bit. He's right behind him. As Xeris gets a little bit out of shape onto the grass, but hasn't lost too much time, still pressuring Stairs.
Yes, that's cost him a chance to pass him down into this corner. The downhill, I can't remember what the name of the corner is, as we look at the gap between Bang and Madbird, which is just over 2 seconds in 5th and 6th place in the leisure. A bit of dust kicked up by the Ferrari in the background. Here we go, on board with the Ferrari. Listen to that engine sound.
Yes. Listen to it, yes. And we see a replay here of Madbird's horrible start, so...
We're about to see the car swing off to the right. Oh, and he nearly collected Bang there.
Yeah, managed to ricochet off of the wall and continue driving, so that was lucky for Madbird. But you can see here the battle for the lead still not abating, as Xeris is incredibly close there.
Almost. Oh, there's been a spin. He's going to lose places there. He's back to 3rd already. Oh, there's a Tyrrell out on the grass, only just avoiding, and 5th and 6th. Well, they've got every single car in the race has now gone past. That was the Ferrari of Madbird, who was in 6th. Oh, and he's having a go down the inside of turn 1 on Bang. Is he going to get it stopped? He's very, very tight. He's made the pass, and he is up into 4th. Excellent couple of corners there for Madbird, and he's just gone into the grass. That's disastrous.
Yes, went from a good couple of corners into a pretty bad, pretty ordinary. Oh, and he's just...
Stairs coming back.
He's just knocked into Stairs, as Stairs has been re-overtaking Madbird, but... Madbird back down into 6th, but quite close behind Stairs and Bang here.
Quite incredible developments here, as we see them going almost 3 wide down the back straight. Bang's just been mugged out of that corner as the Ferrari and the McLaren have made their way back through. Terrible couple of corners for Bang there.
Yeah, and Madbird, excuse me, getting a little bit lucky there. And here we see Stairs is on the last corner, just gets a bit out of shape on the curb and tries to overcorrect, but goes across and onto the track and nearly collects Bagsy as he spins himself back around.
Yeah, that was very, very lucky indeed. He tried to counter steer, but he was on the grass before he knew it, and there wasn't really much recovering it from there. As we see Sam, the beneficiary of this, he's up to 2nd place, only 2 seconds behind Xeris in 1st place, and Bagsy not that far behind considering he went onto the grass and had to take avoiding action on Stairs.
Yeah, absolutely. So Xeris with a comfortable lead now over the next runner, Sam, but you know, with these cars, they're very unpredictable. You can easily get out of shape, and I wouldn't think Xeris is getting too comfy up there.
No, well, the field's still really quite close at this stage of the race, but Xeris certainly looked like he had a lot more pace than Stairs at the point where Stairs unfortunately spun out of the final corners. We're looking at Madbird going through a very fast right-hander now.
Yes, indeed, as he's gaining up on Bagsy ahead.
That's Stairs, actually.
Oh, I do apologise. Sorry. I thought that Stairs would be quite higher up by now, but Stairs rather pressurising Bagsy just ahead.
Yes, well, Stairs is catching Bagsy, but he's bringing Madbird with him. He hasn't managed to drop Madbird as we've got 10 laps remaining in the race. So plenty of time for stuff to happen. But as I was going to say, Madbird not dropping off the tail of Stairs at any time soon, by the looks of it.
No, absolutely not. So he just went a little bit wide there, but he's sticking to the back of that McLaren, just hogging that slipstream as much as he can. And yeah, as you say, Stairs is going to drag him right up into contention at this rate.
Yes, well, it looks like this stage Madbird's got. Oh, he's almost out. He's about as close as Xeris was. And we're looking back from a huge tow there along the main straight that Stairs, and they're going to both get by the looks of it. Or he might run out of straight, but it looks like Madbird has got I think he was just ahead, and there's contact wheel to wheel as they go side by side through the first couple of corners. And Madbird, he's going to go out on the grass. No, he's managed to recover that. It looked like he had the position, but Bagsy wasn't giving that one up without a fight. But all this has helped Stairs immensely, and he's up into third place now.
Yeah, definitely. So Madbird got a little bit greedy maybe and tried to hang on to it through the chicane, but got out of shape and onto the grass. Although he's going to have a go here on Bagsy going into the right-hander coming up, but don't know if he's going to have. It looks like he might have the job done. Although Bagsy's trying to switch it back up at the inside, but not quite going to get it done. So Madbird up into 4th position. Considering his start, that's a minor miracle, I'd say.
Indeed, and Bagsy back to 5th, so he's been up and down all race long. And that's very tight. That's very tight. It looks like he nearly rear-ended the Ferrari of Madbird there, and it has to be said, rather different lines through this sequence of corners.
Yeah, definitely. You can still see Stairs slightly in the distance, just above, just ahead of. As Madbird gets out onto the grass, he's driving on the ragged edge at the moment. I'm not sure if it's paying off for him because Bagsy is all over his gearbox. He's
gathered it up though, and but will Bagsy get a run on him down this main straight? We've seen a lot of passes into turn 1. It looks like they're jinking left and right, he's trying to get Bagsy to go for the outside, but it hasn't worked, and they've contacted, and Bagsy's off at the first corner, gone straight through the grass, and we can see the Ligier of Bang in the background trying to take advantage of that as we see a replay. This is on board with Bagsy, and he has actually quite a massive dive. I thought Madbird turned in on him, but I think he just didn't know he was there. Bagsy diving for that gap that, in all honesty, really wasn't there.
It was disappearing pretty quickly as Madbird would have been turning into the corner and possibly locked his brakes up a little bit. I saw his tyre was basically stationary. So Zero's still up ahead at this stage with a comfortable lead over Sam. Can't even see him in that shot. So he'd probably be leaning back a little bit here with what? We must have like 5 laps to go.
Well, that's not a guess. I think I haven't seen the 5-lap board yet, and there is Sam in second place, nearly 9 seconds back. So all of this fighting, a little bit on the grass there. So Sam is pushing to try and recover all that time. Obviously, he started from 6th place, Sam, up to 2nd, so he would have lost a little bit of time trying to recover all those positions. But we go on board there with Stairs. So Stairs is, as this is all shaken out, he's only lost about 5 seconds to Sam, and we'll see hopefully soon the gap behind to Bagsy and Madbird, which will actually it was Bagsy, now it's Madbird in 4th place behind Stairs.
Yes, indeed. So a lot of and someone is out of the grass.
That's Sam. That's Sam's had a mistake somewhere, and I assume a mistake, and he's actually lost out. So that puts Stairs up into 2nd.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw Sam just like squirreling under throttle as he was trying to recover back to the road. Had an immense off onto the grass. Looks like he actually spun. Here, we'll see it here. So he gets out. He gets out of shape coming out of the exit, and tail switches around on him. He manages to keep it facing almost the right direction, but yeah, lost a position there to Stairs. Still up in 3rd though. Still in the podium positions.
Yeah, that all started on the exit of turn 1 there. He had a couple of wheels out on the grass, and it just doesn't turn. And after that, we've had an issue there for the Ferrari. Bang's going swooping past. In fact, he's lost. Looks like Madbird's lost 2 positions because I think I saw the Tyrrell of Bagsy up ahead of Bang. So we wait to see what happened there as Zeros completes 9 laps.
Yeah, must have missed something there. So hopefully we'll get a replay of that. But Madbird back down into the 6th place by the looks of it, chasing after Bang. So. Must have had a major off or collision or something like that, yeah. Changing
fortune. Stairs 15.3 seconds. Zeros enjoys an enormous lead at this stage with just under 6 laps remaining. Sam is about 2 seconds behind, and this battle with as we're seeing the Ferrari trying to take the inside. And he's lost it on the inside of turn 1 onto the grass. It looked like he had the position done. I don't know what happened to Bang. I thought it looked like he went straight on off the shot. We're going to see. Here's a replay of what happened to the Ferrari. The Tyrrell is tucked up under the wing, trying to pass him into the right-hander there. He just lost it under braking.
Yeah, just straight onto the grass, and then just grinds his nose along the wall. No wonder he lost 2 positions. It's incredibly still driving, and this must be losing it. Yeah, see contacts into the sidewall there of Bang's Ligier, and just slides straight out onto the grass. So Madbird back down into 6th, where he started this Grand Prix.
roller coaster fortunes today, as we're seeing cars going up and down the field. All of them apart from Xeris, who has had really quite an incident-free race. And that, I guess that explains how far up ahead he is, as we see the gap between Sam and Bagsy. Bagsy's just been working away on this gap between himself and the Benetton, and just only a couple of seconds between them now.
Yeah, indeed. So changing fortunes for a lot of our races. Bagsy slowly climbing his way back up into the podium positions, but it's with 5 laps to go, it could be anybody's race at this stage.
Well, that's right. Well, we have to take a break now, so we'll see you. Don't go anywhere after the break.
When an Iron Man trains to win, there's one fuel made to power the engine inside.
Well, we're into the closing stages now of the ARW Austrian Grand Prix, and you've missed nothing during the break. Xeris still leads by well over 15 seconds at this point, and seems to be cruising his way to an unopposed victory up front.
Yeah, apart from those opening few laps, battling Stairs, who is still behind him. He's basically had a race by himself. Stairs flipping himself off on the 3rd or 4th lap, I think. And since then, Xeris has basically just been cruising off into the distance.
That's right. And Sam, he had a magnificent start. He started in 6th place. He's made his way up to 2nd at one stage, but then had an issue out of the first corner, getting a couple of wheels out onto the grass. As he goes out wide onto the marbles there, coming out of the final corner. I misspoke. That was not the final corner. It looked like it. It was a fast right-hander, much like the final corner, but he leads Bagsy in the final podium position. Well, he himself is in the final podium position, leading Bagsy by 2.8 seconds. But Bagsy himself has got Bang for company underneath his rear wing.
Yeah, pretty close there between Bagsy and Bang.
That gap doesn't look 3.1. That's looks like that might be a little bit out of date, that gap.
Yeah, very possibly. So probably about a second and a half. So Bagsy must have had a moment. That's probably the discrepancy in the gap. He gets airborne going over the grassy hill there, the grassy knoll.
Having issues with this first corner, many people.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, Bang is right. Oh, and Bagsy's gone deep. Oh. He's gone straight through the... Surely he's going to have to give some of that.
He's not slowed down at all for that. He's just decided to take the pre-1977 version of the track, which just went straight on here. But then he saw the tyre barrels and... the tyre... whatever they're called. Piles of tyres. And I hope he might be lifting the throttle just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like I can see the Leisure catching up in the background. So.
And you would hope so. You would absolutely hope so, because that's an incredibly fast line through that normally quite slow chicane. So Bang right on him now, although he's dropped back a little bit going into this corner, maybe a little bit less confident under braking than Bagsy is.
Well, this is all really going to help. It's going to help Sam immensely in his bid for a podium position, because these two weren't that far behind him, and Sam was very much trying not to make another mistake as he did earlier on in the race.
Yeah, definitely, and Madbird 4 seconds behind Bang almost, the better part thereof. You can see him in the background there. Just not his race today from that start. Went straight into the wall, and that's pretty much been the tell of the tape for his race today.
He's been unlucky. He's had a few issues at turn 1. Bagsy's gone off at the final corner, and that is as you've just put the nail in the coffin of the Ferrari's race. There you go. Oh god, he's gone on the inside. Far too much pace out on the marbles, and then as soon as he got it onto the grass, there was no saving it from there, and near the wall, Bang with a tremendous advantage. As I was saying, you would sort of given up on the Ferrari's race, but no sooner had you done that as Bagsy threw it into the wall.
Indeed, it just goes to show with these cars.
Problem! Sorry to interrupt you there. The Sam looked like he's going slowly there. He's going in from 5th into 6th. It's like he was stuck in the wrong gear for a moment. In fact, he's still He's in 6th now. He's gone onto the grass, and there's a flying brake marker board.
Yeah, that's incredibly irregular. It looks like he gets out of. Oh my goodness, he's onto the grass coming through. That corner has claimed so many victims today, as he then would have had to climb back up the gears, and he must have lost some time. But it looks like Xeris has just claimed the fastest lap. Who's surprised?
Yes, well, he still leads Stairs. Having a quiet race now with Sam having all these issues, and that's put Sam right back into the clutches of Bang, Bagsy and Madbird, and they're all hounding him for that last place on the podium. Who's going to win it? Oh, and he's into the grass! Oh, goodness! Bang's going to go through. He's out onto the marbles. Is he going to go through? They're side by side.
Yes, indeed. So Bang with the inside line there. Madbird coming up behind, but Sam just got far too happy on the outside of on the corner there. Got straight onto the grass. He's going to try to go into the first corner. Madbird gets past into the first corner. Sam must be having some sort of issues to be dropping past it.
Horrible issues. Oh, and then we've got issues for the Ferrari. Issues are plenty, and it's just every time that Ferrari seems to get himself into a good position, something happens to take it away, and he's actually now behind. He's in last place behind Bagsy. They're fighting over 5th place, and not only half a minute ago he was in podium contention. But they're banging wheels all the way through that corner. I don't know how they've managed to make it through without ending up facing the wrong direction as Bagsy takes a look down the outside. But looks like he's backed out of that somewhat as they head into this corner, and they've cleared off, and we're all of a sudden on the final lap. Geez, that's gone by in a flash. The Benetton of Sam is fighting Bang for that final place on the podium. We don't know where they are. There. I just caught a glimpse of them there. They're just, they're getting a lot of an advantage over these two fighting each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Madbird just jinking all over the place. Barely seems in control of that Ferrari as Bagsy is right on his tail. He's going to have a run down this last corner, or at the very least along the start-finish straight. He's going to have him done before the end of this lap. So
that was a beautiful move. Sorry to cut across you there.
No, that was a beautiful move. That's straight up the inside, very smooth. As Madbird's going to have another go into the first corner here. So we'll see if this first corner can claim another victim before the end of the race.
They're side by side, but Madbird has the inside line, and he's outbrake Bagsy into turn 1. He's got the position back, barely 0.2 of a second covering them as they cross the line on that occasion. As we see up ahead, the Benetton, and thankfully they've cut to us. They had an even smaller gap between them as they crossed the line, and Bang swoops by into 3rd place.
Yeah, so there must be some sort of issue in that Benetton. It is not driving like a well car, unless Sam had another off or something like that. You can see the tyre tracks on the left there of someone's earlier misadventures, but he's getting off again. He's all over the track, this Benetton.
Oh, there's a 300-meter board as we see Xeris swoop out of the final corner to take race victory. It'll be some 3/4 of a minute, or probably not quite that much, at least that before we see these guys cross the line. Stairs was a long way back, but the Ferrari and the Bagsy, these guys fighting over the last place, and Bagsy taken, I guess that's part of the track, I don't know. It looks like he's gone for the inside, all 4 wheels through there, and he's got the place back for the time being as the Ferrari goes onto the grass, and here's Stairs taking 2nd.
Yeah, absolutely. So still don't know who's going to end up on this 3rd podium place. It looks like it's going to be Bang, but Sam is all over his gearbox coming out of that last corner. He might get a good run on him, although I think Bang might have the job done.
Yeah, I think Bang did get he got a slightly worse exit, but he didn't have enough of, as we see a replay of, because this all happens so quickly, and the Ferrari getting out of shape. He might have had the Tyrrell of Bagsy if he hadn't got that little bit of a swapper on. So it's all happened really quite quickly. We'll recap it all in a minute, but we have to say that Xeris was unbeatable today. He ended up with a 30-second lead in the end, so Stairs must have had a late race issue. But look at that, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th separated by barely a couple of seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was from 3rd to 6th was an incredibly close race throughout, as Madbird probably did not expect to be as close as he ended up being, considering his start. And everybody basically, apart from Xeris, had issues throughout the race, and it's incredible that the race ended up being as close as it did.
That's it. Well, great race from Xeris. Stairs consistent as always to get 2nd place, and a fantastic podium from Bang. So that's 15 laps of Austria. We've certainly enjoyed your company here as we prepare to make our exit from Austria. As always, I've been Stairs.
And I've been Madbird.
Thanks for watching.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.